Greetings! Welcome to my studio. I am so glad you came, and I'm happy that you want to join me on my quest to create art and paint out of totally useless things. And today we're going to be making some paint out of burnt toast. Now, burnt toast is completely useless, and unfortunately I seem to have quite a lot of it. I'm a terrible cook, and I try to put a humorous spin on it. So when my toast goes in flames, I sing happy birthday and blow out the flames and call it birthday toast. But it's fooling nobody. Burnt toast is toast. Anyway, so let's go over to the table and I'll show you exactly how I make paint out of burnt toast. Okay, so here we are at the table and I've got some burnt toast. Now, I went outside to do this because it really stinks and the smoke alarms would all go off, so I took my toaster outside and I burnt some specially for you so I could demonstrate how this works. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your piece of burnt toast and just scrape off the black. I don't know if you can see that. We don't want the actual bread, we just want the burnt bits. So what normally would end up in the garbage is going to be our pigment. You see, so you get quite a lot of, just even one slice of bread, it gave us quite a lot of, and you don't need much, you know, when you're making these paints. Oh, I've got a little crumb in here, I'm going to take that out. You really don't need much. So what I tend to do is I save my pigment or my burnt toast in little jars, and then I've got to use it. I can use it fresh. I don't have to make up a lot of paint at one time. So the next step is to get one of these little pallets that you can find at the Dollar Tree, and you're just going to put some of your burnt toast in there. I'm not going to make a lot. I'm just going to do it as a little demo just to show you. I'm going to move this out of the way because it's kind of messy. Then what you're going to need to turn it into paint is gum arabic. So gum arabic is a marvellous thing. I use it all the time. So you're just going to take with a teaspoon and you're just going to put a little tiny bit, just a few drops, and then you're going to stir it really, really well. Now the thing with gum arabic, it doesn't like to mix in really, so this takes quite a long time, but it's very important that you mix it really, really well. Otherwise your paint won't be smooth, and to be honest, this paint's still going to have some texture to it. But can you see it? See, it really doesn't want to mix. So what I've got is one, like in the cooking shows, but remember I'm a terrible cook. So this is about my limit. This is what I prepared earlier. I'm just going to screw the top back on my gum arabic and set it off to one side, and then I'm going to show you how it works. So this is a little dust bunny that I sketched earlier. So now your dust bunny paint is like watercolour paint. So you need to activate it with a little bit of water just to get it going, and you'll be able to see once you've got it going that you'll be able to see the colour on the end of your brush. And I'm just going to, I'll start with his face. I'm just going to paint little lines going up his face, all the way up. And if this looks too light, don't worry about it, because once it's dry, just like watercolour paint, you can go over it. Put some on his ears. Oh, so this bit here, I don't want it to be as dark, so I'm going to put a bit of water on first, his little cheeks, and then just a tiny bit of the paint so that it's a lot paler. I also wanted a little bit paler underneath his eyes, I think. But then on the tips of his ears, I don't know why, but I don't know if bunnies do have dark tips on their ears. Maybe I should take a look. But I seem to like to paint them with dark tips. But I guess when you're painting with burnt toast, you don't have to be, you know, David Attenborough and have everything absolutely true to life and perfect. So I wanted to show you that you can have dark, very light and medium. And then if you want this to be a little bit darker, you can just go over it because it's already dry. So I'm not going to do this whole thing on camera because I haven't figured out how to speed it up. And it'll take me probably half an hour. So I'm going to stop the camera and I'll come back when it's finished and I'll show you the finished product. So there he is. The burnt toast bunny is all finished. I don't know about you, but I think he's kind of cute. I hope you enjoyed my little experiment, and I've got a whole list of totally useless things that I want to see if I can make paint and art out of. So if you don't want to miss any of my little videos and craziness, please hit the subscribe button and you won't miss a thing. You never know, you might even learn something. So I'm going to leave you with some paintings that I made of burnt toast bunnies. Thank you for coming. Have a wonderful day.